Now, before we get into anything, I want to apologize for the sound quality. I'm using my Titanfall Turtle Beach headset on my computer. It's not the best setup to record audio, but at the moment, it's all I have. So let's talk about the Month of Mythic and the Prophet's Bane pack. Now, when this Month of Mythic was announced and the Prophet's Bane reg pack showed up in the store, oh boy, the reactions were felt throughout YouTube, throughout Waypoint, throughout the entire Halo community. And apparently, I am in the minority that does not have a problem with this Month of Mythic. Now, while I explain why I do not have a problem with the Month of Mythic and why I think most people are overreacting and some people are way overreacting, I will have some clips playing in the background. Some clips where I do amazing with Mythic Weapon, and other clips where I get a Mythic Weapon and I get shit on, whether it's right off the spawn or by overpowered AI, which I think is a bigger problem than the Month of Mythic, is the overpowered AI, but perhaps that is a video for another day. Now, before I get started into the reasons of why everyone is overreacting and why I'm okay with the Month of Mythic, I am going to say that I noticed yesterday that the Prophet's Bane pack was no longer available. It was no longer being promoted, and no other Mythic rec pack replaced it. So perhaps the community got their wish. Now let's dive right in. The first, and what I believe to be one of the best arguments, is that the rec system is only in Warzone. I know a lot of people don't think that that is a good argument, but it is, because it's a social playlist. It's not ranked. You have a plethora of weapons and vehicles at your disposal. You have to really go into Warzone with a team, or you're going to get crapped on. And finally, they're not an arena. Nobody's forcing you to play Warzone. Nobody is saying, buy this pack and go play Warzone. There are other game modes to play. There are more game modes to play without the rec system than there are with the rec system. Now, my second point is that you can still buy these packs with rec points that you earn. I'm sitting at 500,000 rec points. I know not everybody is sitting at that many rec points, but I bought the Prophet's Bane pack. I did not spend a dime on the pack. Now, in reference to those 2 points, if the rec system was implemented throughout the entire online gameplay, then I would agree that the Prophet's Bane pack would be a bad idea. If they said you can only get this pack by money, then I would say that the Prophet's Bane pack is a bad idea, but neither of those apply. And until they do, I believe those arguments hold up. Now it's on to point number 3. And I even saw a YouTuber complain about this, saying that he went into Warzone. And according to him, he couldn't see anybody because everybody was running around with Prophet's Bane. I find that to be very hard to believe. To get the footage that you're watching now, I played probably about 10 to 15 Warzone games. And I don't play a whole lot of Warzone. I'm really into arena and competitive play, even though I'm not very good. Anyways, so I played a lot of Warzone, and I seemed to be the only one running around with Prophet's Banes. And it's funny, in one of the clips, a guy was running around with, I believe it was a Vorpal's Talon, or a Ravening Silver, and he had capped Invis to try and counter my Prophet's Bane. So not everyone is running around with Prophet's Bane like this certain YouTuber said he experienced. I'm not saying he is lying, but I am saying that it's very unlikely, even with this pack being out, that you would encounter such a game. Now, despite what 343 has said about Warzone, it is not meant to be balanced. It never was balanced. It's supposed to be a 12 on 12 all out warfare with AI sprinkled in, AI and objectives. And people saying that this rec pack would unbalance Warzone, it's a false argument because Warzone was never balanced to begin with. I cannot tell you how many games I have gone into, and it's just all out mayhem. And all out mayhem does not equal balanced. Now, another point is that you still have to be good. The lowest rec level for a mythic, I believe, is the Oathsworn at 5. Oathsworn could be at 6. I could be wrong there. If it is a 6, then the lowest rec point would be 6. You have to get up to level 6 recs just to even use said mythics. So if you think you're going to buy the Prophet's Bane pack and automatically get more kills and win games, it's not going to happen if you're solely relying on that fact, because you still have to get up to level 6 Rex to even use the Prophet's Bane. And then you still have to know how to use the Prophet's Bane. You have to know the right situations to use the Prophet's Bane. Just because it's a mythic doesn't mean that you're going to get the weapon and just shit on everybody. As some of these clips that I've posted, I do better without the mythic weapons. Uh, Oftentimes, I joined the middle of a game and I used the Prophet's Bane and I used the Whisper Truth, and there was another mythic I used. I can't remember off the top of my head. I went 12 and 6 because I joined in the middle of the game, and my tool of destruction was the battle rifle. So again, you have to be good just to get up to the rec level to be able to spawn in those weapons. Now, my last and final point of why this is not a bad thing, and perhaps this is the closest one to my heart, which is why I saved it for last, is that all of the DLC has been free. All of it. They have not required you to pay one penny on this game besides actually buying the game. They're not requiring you to buy these rec packs to play the game. They're not requiring you to pay for DLC for the new maps and the new weapons. And I remember playing Halo Reach, which was the Halo I played the most before Halo 5. And I bought all of the map packs. And I hardly ever got to play on those maps because you had to buy them. And not everyone in the community bought them. And it was very frustrating, when they would come out with the DLC specific playlists, and it would be so thin compared to the other playlists that oftentimes I wouldn't waste my time trying to find a game in those playlists. It keeps the community together as far as the DLC goes. I know there have been other complaints in the game, lack of game modes. I can definitely agree with that. Um, you know, I can agree with those. But as far as DLC goes, I mean, imagine how split the community would be if they made the DLC where you had to pay for it. Halo 5 would be even more thinly populated than it is now. Now, in order for them to keep all of that DLC free, in order for them to be able to pump out all of that content that they've been pumping out, they have to make money in some way. It's not free for them. It may be free for us, but it's not free for them. So they have to find a way to make money. And they've done so with the rec packs. And I am completely okay with that. So those are my thoughts on the month of Mythic and why it is not a bad thing and why the Halo community, in my opinion, is way overreacting, the majority of the community, because I know a majority of the community does not agree with me. But I want to know, what do you guys think? Are you for the month of Mythic? Are you against the month of Mythic? Did you buy the Prophet's Bane pack? Are you planning on buying the future Mythic packs if they do come out? Let me know. Thank you for watching, and thank you for allowing me to express how I feel about the month of Mythic and hearing me out on my opinions. please like, subscribe, share. I've got a lot of awesome Halo content, and I would love for you to be a part of it. Until next time, I'll talk to you later.